Yeah, so, and Devin, when he talks about, he's about to get married, he was talking about that third chord that comes in and talked about in Ecclesiastes. Now, what good does the Bible do? How's the Bible help? Why not read the Quran? How does the Bible?
Right, because it's the Word of God that we believe in. It sounds like a church answer, but God and the Word are intertwined so much that that's where the truth is found. And the world constantly just wants to tell you opposite of the truth. So you have to reject that and focus on what's.
So I'm going to keep plugging Taylor from that. So what's in the Bible then that's helpful for you in keeping your marriage vibrant and keeping it strong? What's in there?
I would say one of the things Phil likes to say is the user manual for life. So God is the creator of male and female. So he prescribes the right actions you should take to continually become more like him.
Yeah, what he's doing is he's telling you why the Bible's so valuable. But I'll give you the answer. It's really simple. There's no other religious worldview. We talked about this. No other religious worldview that offers forgiveness. None. Every other one, you have to do something. In the Bible, God says, you know why you should forgive someone? Because I forgive you. And so you literally, in a marriage, you look at that person and you don't go, I count 17 transgressions today. I mean, I just want you to know, here they are. And I just want you to know I'm going to forgive you. And your wife goes, oh, gosh, thanks. That's awesome. I counted 32 on you. Why is it that people need to forgive one another in a marriage? Why is that?
Nobody's perfect.
What do you mean?
You're going to do stuff that irritates your spouse or your family.
Why?
Just pride. You're always thinking about yourself and what you want to do. And if your relationship with God affects everything, and your family life too, and your denial of yourself and where you're actually trying to serve other people in your family and those around you, I think it enriches everything.
Everything he's saying is true. Stacey,
marriage is supposed to represent the same relationship, same covenant we have with Christ being him being the bridegroom, us
Right.
being the bride.
Right.
So that means we've got to die to self daily. We've got to put that person first before us, and we have to spend time with them.
So everything you're saying is true, and I appreciate what you're saying, but don't get mad at me for saying this. Once again, you're talking about yourselves. Here's what we got to do, okay? The reason we have to forgive one another is because we're sinners. If we're going to say anything about ourselves, we suck. I've said this before. We're sinners. In a marriage, it's worse. It's amplified because you see it 24/7, right? So this phrase I like to use all the time. I first heard it from Chuck Swindoll. He said, if you really think you're a servant, see how you respond when you're treated like one. Just think about that. In a marriage, you are supposed to serve one another. When your spouse treats you like a servant, how do you react? No. I'm watching the Celtics. I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I'll do it in a minute. Leave me alone. I'm busy, right? Pretty soon, we're not a servant. And we say to ourselves, well, why should I act like a servant? Because your first love is who? All right, but who said that? Yeah, all right. Your first love is Jesus Christ. And if we know him as a person, what's our goal? To please him. Period. In everything, you want to please him, not your spouse. This is tough. It's all about the relationship you have with Jesus Christ and if your goal is to please him. The minute you start trying to, and I understand, I've been married 37 years, 38. The minute you get irritated and you don't like the way you're being treated, you're not pleasing Christ. It's like, are you kidding me? But I'm right. This isn't fair. Okay? Study Jesus Christ. Hey, Dad, I'm putting up with all this. You know why? You told me to. And because you told me to, I'll put up with it and I won't complain. Okay? Wait a minute. What's that got to do with the marriage? Well, let's see. You stand before the pastor. You're up there. You're going in good times and bad, in sickness and health, for better or worse. Excuse me, Pastor, could you strike the better or worse? that part out. No, you make a vow, right? So it's about you and your character and how well you really love Jesus Christ. And so often we leave him out. We don't talk about him. But that's the purpose for this class. All we want to do is grow closer to Jesus Christ. And then he becomes the one we think about in everything we do. Does that make sense? Why is it so hard to remember that?
Catches you by surprise a lot of times. And then you look at, like, why did I say that or do that, or I screwed up again, you know,
I know.
just like that.
Why? It's like never ending. Have you ever noticed that? You know why we have regen? We never stop screwing up. I mean, it's unbelievable. On your best day, have you ever had a day where you get ready to go to bed and you go, I didn't sin at all today. This is incredible. This is perfect today. Right? We laugh because does that ever happen? Never.
Maybe if you slept all day.
That's a sin too.
All right.